Right. So last section, I think it's going to go well. I don't think you're going to find it to be too tough. Want to first just look at these three pictures at the top. And up until now, like section 8 and section 6, we're doing things like this. We were talking about prisms. And those were where you have like two sides. So these are the two bases. They're identical, which in math we say congruent, and they're parallel to each other. So the equation that we were doing before, and that would work for this one, oops, I switched on them, this one and this one. I don't know if it's worth writing this in, but the equation that works for all three of those in red was volume equals capital B times H. So not both of them in the pair, but just the prisms, the ones that have like the two identical sides that are parallel to each other. Fair enough? Mm-hmm. So that's the old stuff. That, if you wanted to, maybe I'll write a 9-8 underneath it just so I'm not confusing people. The new stuff is going to be looking at pyramids. So a pyramid is going to be this one here and this one here. So pyramids, they could have a square base. That's how I usually picture them. It could be a triangle. It could be something like that. But the key to a pyramid is it has to go to a point. It only has one base, and then it goes up to a point. And a cone is really just going to be this one here. So a cone is kind of like a pyramid, but it just has a round base. So it has like one kind of side that goes all the way around. Is that fair? Okay. So the new one here, the volume for this new one's for pyramids and cones, so I'll try to find some place to write it really big. V equals, should be 1/3 base times height. So 1/3, but it's the area of the base again. So 1/3 capital B times H. You really just kind of go through and do what we were doing in the last section. It's really the exact same equation except for you have this 1/3 in there. So not bad at all. So if we're going to do this one here, eventually we're going to do volume equals 1/3 capital B, so the area of the base times the height. And I suppose if we wanted to, we could say, this here. I'm guessing you know this, so skip writing. If you don't know it, quick write it in. But area of the base. And if you wanted to, you could say something like the height will be perpendicular from the base up to the top. That's the height. Okay, we'll just skip that. All right, so first we need to find that capital B for this guy, which is really just the area of the bottom triangle. Agreed? Mm-hmm. So capital B is that. And area of a triangle is 1/2 lowercase b, the base length, times the height. Remember, capital B's area, lowercase b is the length. Yes. All right, so I have half of 5 times 12. And I probably should have put the units in, but if you didn't, not a huge deal. So that's going to give us 30. And because we just found an area, it's 30 inches squared. Nice. Now that we have that 30, we put it in for capital B. Nice. So 30. And if you want to put in the inches squared, go for it. But I have 1/3 times 30 times the height, and our height is 15. So that gives us 150. Wow, that's really bad 5. Gives us 150. And the units would now be, nice, inches cubed, because we're talking volume, so it's going to be in inches cubed. Or you could say, well, I have an inches squared, inches times another inches gives you inches cubed. We okay for that one? Yeah. Questions we should go over? You guys like, I got it.
I don't know.
Cool.